Sunnyvale, California. A suburb of San Jose, California, in the bustling Silicon Valley. Before the coining of the term Silicon Valley in the 1980s, there was Fremont High School and the Fremont High School wrestling team. In the next few minutes, we'll take a look at the legacy of the Fremont wrestling team. The earliest available documented history of the program dates back to the mid-1960s, when Coach Weber Lawson started what would turn out to be a legacy lasting over 50 years.
Weber Lawson said we are always gentlemen first and we are wrestlers second. Weber Lawson, I don't know what to say about that. There's not enough time to talk about Weber Lawson.
Super amazing. This is a great tournament and named after a Superman. Great coach.
Describe him to me.
He was a legend. He was a guy that everyone who was a youth growing up in this area wanted to wrestle for Webb Lawson.
If Weber was watching this, what would you say to him?
Thanks for everything you taught us, Weber, on and off the mat.
Coach Weber Lawson finished his career at Fremont High School in 1978. The program struggled for a period of 2 to 3 years and was revived by Coach Vince Baza in 1982, whose tenure spanned a period of 18 years until the year 2000.
My name is Vince Baza. I started coaching in 81 or 82, and all the way through 2000 or 2001. When I first got here, there was very little of a program. In fact, they almost dropped it a day before I took over the program. I ended up recruiting out of the freshman classes, and I went to every freshman class and recruited out of there because I was not an on-campus coach. I was an off-campus coach. And so I guess I just went in there and started recruiting. And McEwen, who also coached a middle school over at Sunnyvale Middle School, he was very instrumental because him and I started talking, and he took over the program over at Sunnyvale High so I can have a little feeder program going on. And so he ended up coaching that and assisting me eventually. Bobby Soto was the next big wrestler that came up through the ranks. And, there was other CCS placers, but Bobby Soto was my first state placer. He moved back to Sunnyvale and eventually took over the program from me. And that was the reason why I retired and decided to coach middle school. So I think that was the ball that really turned Fremont into a powerhouse, because Fremont, before then, I was only an off-campus coach, and Bobby was an off-campus coach, and Bobby was an on-campus coach, which was, I think it's very beneficial for any program to have on-campus coaches.
As stated, Coach Bobby Soto returned to Sunnyvale, and Fremont Wrestling began a new era.
My name is Bobby Soto. Wrestled here from 1986 to 1990. Won a CCS title, second state. Went to Cal State Bakersfield. Wrestled with TJ Kerr, Darrell Pope, Rich Bailey, and ended up returning as a Fremont High wrestling coach and teacher. Started in the year 99-2000 and coached all the way to 2010 as head coach and co-head coach with Eric Deuce. So one of the goals was to follow the footsteps of Vince Baza and Steve McEwen and Gabe Palacio to bring intensity to our wrestling and to our wrestlers, and make sure that we groomed real tough kids, smart kids that would be professionals outside of high school. And we did a really good job. We ended up having kids like Daniel Rotondo, Clayton State, Anthony Baza, Clayton State. We had 3 state champions one year, 2006.
Under the combined team of coaches Soto, Deuce, and Baza, Fremont quickly reached its pinnacle of success in 2006. With a team of 5 athletes at the California State Championships, Fremont crowned 3 individual champions in Greg Crane, Philip Novachkov, and Boris Novachkov.
Good job. Yeah!
Boris continues his wrestling career, highlighted by his representation of his native Bulgaria in this year's Rio 2016 Olympics. Year 2009 saw Coach Eric Deuce take full reign of the head coach responsibilities, with Coach Soto remaining as an assistant.
Really, Eric Deuce is a master at the world level, but you can't really learn from Eric Deuce until you get a good foundation.
It's like a live universal machine. Coach Eric Deuce, Fremont High School head coach. I've been here since 2004, so this is my 13th year. The program's always been strong. In terms of participation, maybe, we have a lot more kids in here from when I first started. This time frame, Thanksgiving break, Friday afternoon or morning, I would, back in those days, probably have at most 10 athletes in here, probably more like 6 to 8. So a real small group. However, the group back then was an elite group as well. With that group, we were able to place 3rd in the state with 3 state champions and a couple other guys coming up the backside. So it was a small team, but it was very polished team, experienced team, accomplished team. Now we have more participation. Our facility's a lot better. We got more funding. We have more help from the coaches like Coach Tariq here, Coach Qua. We have a women's coach. We have a women's team. My expectation for everybody is work your ass off, do everything I say, and you're all going to improve from wherever you're at. And if I see that improvement, I'm happy.
Although women's wrestling has had a presence before then, Fremont officially launched its women's wrestling program in 2014 with the hiring of Coach Athena Herrera.
Hi, I'm Athena Herrera. I'm the girls Fremont wrestling coach. I've been coaching for I think about 5 years. When I was a wrestler, there was only 2-3 other girls. There was no CCS. There was no state. And so my senior year was the first year of CCS for girls, and there was only about like maybe 6th year. We have 7 that are coming. Girls CCS has moved to be a 2-day tournament with over 200 girls. And that's just in our section. There's huge tournaments that last 2 days with over like 60 girl brackets. So it's changed a lot. And not only that, but the girls wrestling has gotten a lot more respect in college division. Girls have opportunities to go to college that never had the opportunity to. So it's a big change. Goals for this season: to grow the team that I have now. I want them to be able to understand the concept of wrestling and the tournaments and everything, rules, and then to be able to grow from that base and have them wrestle all 4 years. And then for the girls that are here, I would like them to qualify for state and do place in state is the main goal.
Since 2009, Fremont alumnus and coach Daniel McCune has been a driving organizational force for the program on and off the mat.
You're wrestling right now, yes or no? Rayno said maybe when I asked him if he was wrestling. That sounds like a...
Before Dan came along, we had a very good coaching in terms of wrestling technical skill and knowledge and whatnot with me and Bobby, and before that with Vince and Weber and whatnot. But with Dan now, we have a whole new element. He's like you're familiar with the UFC, he's like the Dana White of high school wrestling around here, and he drives me and Bob and the whole program to do things that we otherwise, we never would have been able to do on our own because we're so focused just on wrestling. but he sees more than that. He knows how to promote the sport.
Coach McCune has been instrumental in the founding of multiple competitive tournaments. He is also founding director of the Sunnyvale Youth Wrestling League.
We basically took as many barriers as we could find for these kids to participate in this program, and we tore them down. You don't have $5, you don't need $5. You don't have a ride, we'll bus you there and pay for the buses. You don't have, shoes, you can go barefoot. You guys, your school doesn't have a mat, we'll bring it. It's pretty much been one of the most joyous things that we've done.
Friend and mentor Coach Jay Lawson once told me, "It takes an entire village to build a wrestling team." With the help of not only the wrestling community but local businesses and family support, generation after generation of student athletes can continue to build the legacy that is Fremont Wrestling.
You're going to see Fremont Wrestling put on the map, not just in the region or just in California, but you're going to see Fremont Wrestling be known at the national level. It's going to happen.